Dollar is what I need. Hey, 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 yo. Hey, yo. What's we doing? We live up in here? What's we doing? We trying to talk about our final thoughts? Our final thoughts. Damn. We got a 5-game slate, but we got all kinds of shit popping off, man. NBA getting a little bit funky today. Hey, everybody clap your hands. Funky. What's up? Chris up in here early. Yo. Let's go. Let's get it popping. The NFL, we got people right now, just sourcing the internet for people like running 40 yards and jumping up and down. Yeah, I get it. The measurement metrics. We're sourcing people in their backyard, seeing if they can jump high. It's wild out in these streets right now. I feel like I'm watching Outlaw Tour Golf again. Just trying to watch somebody else's phone of somebody else doing something on their phone. What's we got? NBA be crazy today. Yeah. Be crazy. Dale, how you doing up in here? Robert says we live, bro. Oh, we been live. We be live. We've been live for like 2 minutes, so not really. What's the Prize Picks code? I just downloaded it. It says Kyle Davis. That code right there on the screen. Sal, S-A-L. Get yourself them free dollar-rooskies, my man. Shout out to homies in the Discord, says Colby. Yeah, we've had a lot of people sign up. A lot of people who were already Patreons that went up into that Discord. We had a lot of people who were not patrons who became patrons, and they're up in that Discord. We've had a couple dozen people join the Discord since yesterday morning, so that's big. That's a lot of fellas and lady fellas hopping in there, joining the community, chilling out, relaxing, maxing, all cool, whether they're engaging yet or not, or just kind of laying low in the weeds and watching all the interaction going along for now. That's fine. We let everybody up in there. Last night, the first night, I didn't bank because of Harden. Yeah, Harden got ruled out. You had to scramble, right? Those types of moves, obviously, it's easier if he doesn't get ruled out. It's easier, but the upside to win more money the second he gets ruled out is there. Vooch says, yeah, I love what Orlando did. Orlando blew up the whole roster coming into this year. They had to do it. They had to blow up the whole roster either at the end of this year or at the midway point. So you might as well have done it now, right? There's no point of continuing to be the number 7, 6, or 8 seed in the terrible East, right? You're basically a shit team compared to the whole NBA. You're a shit team with a couple of good players and Vooch having himself up past 2 years, including this year, of like career years, right? Get that center. I love Vooch. He's great. Good on defense. He can shoot threes for big. It's good, but he's nowhere near as versatile as like a Jokic or an Embiid. You can't build around that. Get that man the fuck on out of there. I saw a lot of good moves today. You knew somebody was going to ask Prize Picks interests. Oh yeah, I got a whole list. We're going to be talking about them in a little while, but I got a whole list. I got about 9 interests on Prize Picks today. There's a lot of underpriced guys because of the trade deadline. That Prize Picks, they just don't know how to project for yet, or they haven't yet gotten to where they need to be. Here we go, says Squeak Diesel. Oh, yeah. What's up, Sal, my Italian pal? Shmoney dance. Hey, you trying to do the money? You trying to do the shmoney dance? And you be one a hot boy. Shmoney. The shmoney. Sally won $7.50 on $12 single entry thanks to your Patreon. You were always appreciated. Justin Brown. $12 into $750 Rooskies. It ain't bad. The dollar Rooskies keep coming. My man. Damn. I'm trying to dance right now. This shirt makes me want to dance. This shirt and this haircut makes me want to be up in Miami with all them spring breakers. They shut the city down on the curfew and all that. I saw there's a lot of dangerous stuff going on, but you betcha boy's going to be down up that way. How about that? Down up that way. Sheesh. Yeah, you bet your boy's going to be there in a couple weeks in April. Going to be down in those Florida Gator areas. Yo, I got to dance. I got to dance. The weather's getting nice. It's been a fucking year. I'm a caged animal right now. I need to dance. How much is your head spinning after today, Sal? Is it the most fun or chaotic day of the NBA season for you? Honestly, not really much. I see some of the stuff happening. I'm just like, okay. Like, it's not chaotic for me. I had to change like 6 or 7 things on Patreon. That's like fucking normal business for a normal size slate. So yeah, the NBA trade deadline, it's like crazy in the real world of like reporters who have to write reports on it and stuff. I don't make videos on the NBA trade deadline. Just doesn't do much for me. I don't write articles about it. So the news happens, I digest the news, and then when those guys are playing finally for their team in 5 days or a week or so, once they pass physicals and all the COVID protocols, I'll just project them in for that new team. So literally, like, no stress has been added to my day. I looked at a couple more tweets than I normally do because of that. It's a pretty mild day. It's very similar to everything else for me personally. Obviously, the league, not so much. Is Howard a top play with no Bradley? Oh yeah, you want to see who's on this picture? There's Dwight Howard. There's your answer. The man who gets his little Photoshop frame below yourself. The man who gets to be put below this beautiful of a haircut. Beautiful. Dwight Howard is currently, as it stands right now, my number 2 play on the day. So yes, Tony Bradley getting traded and him being out of there. I mean, they have Vincent Poirier, the former, I believe, is it Vincent Poirier, the former Boston Celtic? In Philadelphia now, I believe that's where he came from, Boston. I mean, they have him as a backup now, but I'm expecting Dwight Howard to get 32 minutes and absolutely dominate as of right now. Hey, Sal, how you hope you are having, I thought you said how you are having, that's on me. Hope you're having a poppin' Thursday. My man, I am. What's up, Richard? Yeah, it's nice out here. It's like 80 degrees right now. I wish I was out there more. Your boy's I did a 3-mile run this morning, went on a bunch of walks, listening to podcasts. I love walking, my man. You got your body in motion stays in motion. I like running. I like doing all that stuff. Walking, man, clears the mind, good for digestion, good for if you have anxiety or anything like that. Obviously good for a health standpoint of just, keeping your body, your metabolism up, just walking, man. It's a lot of fun. You find some nice podcasts that you like, maybe my podcast. I put out a tweet. I'm trying to get a new podcast up off the ground. I need a co-host. There's 2 people that I really want to be doing it with. And we have to work through that, but I kind of sourced out if there's anybody else out there, big personalities. This is something that's not being done in the industry. I'm not going to be talking about the player analysis like we do here on that type of a podcast, but lots to be seeing out there. Are you expecting Ariza to come off the bench? I am currently expecting Ariza to start. So I'm currently projecting Ariza to start, so we'll see if that changes anything if we get a lineup where he's not starting. Sal, your Patreon update on Harden saved my lineups last night, and I 5x my money. Thanks, man. Yeah, no problem. We got that Harden update in with about 10 minutes left, so I was happy to get it in. Just signed up for SuperDraft. Going to give it a shot. Feed us, Sal, says Chris. Hey, Chris. Yeah, happy you signed up. SuperDraft was sponsoring the show this morning. Happy to have them back. I was on a call and some emails with some guys at SuperDraft. Not only are we going to give that nice deposit bonus for like the people that our community goes over there and plays, but now anybody who signs up with that code SAL, each month we're going to be giving away travel rewards, free stays at like resorts and vacations and things like that and travel. So They partner with Caesar Rewards. So if you're a player with them and you continue to play with them and you came in through the promo code SAL on SuperDraft, man, there's a lot of upside. We just had J. He got an email today in the Discord. They reached out to him to let him notify that he's now a VIP member. So, yeah, the SuperDraft people are going to be taking care of our community here. And that's what I like to see. It's fun to get that deposit bonus. That's awesome, right? Get free money to sign up on PrizePicks, SuperDraft. But, man, SuperDraft being able to then also be like, yo, yeah, we'll run it. We'll run a contest around the Masters for like 3 or 4 or 5 people from your community, and we'll send them to here for a weekend. Like, that's fucking awesome, right? That's so cool. So it seems like that's a possibility. On SuperDraft tonight, Dwight Howard is my number 1 overall rated play by 8 points more than anybody else. He is my number 1 overall play by 11 points more than any other center. He is clearing away a priority today on all platforms. He's a priority right now on PrizePicks. Dwight Howard's over/under on PrizePicks. I want the over as it stands right now in a strong way. I have Dwight Howard for 36.5 points. I think his PrizePicks, if we currently pull it up right here quickly, it's nowhere near that. Dwight Howard's PrizePicks is currently 29, and I have him at like 36.5. So it's a 7-point difference on Dwight Howard's 29 PrizePicks. We'll get into some more of those in a little while. Let's pull up some of the lineups tonight as we continue to answer questions. So I projected out some stuff here with some randomness. So this is the types of lineups we're getting right now. Obviously, there's no real, I would say, studs, if you will, like or an overload of them. Like you have those like B squad studs, right? You have like a Price up, Russell Westbrook. You have Julius Randle, who's been great this year, and arguably now with all these guys injured, like a top 4 MVP candidate, top 3 maybe MVP candidate. And then you have Damian Lillard, who's like that other top 3 MVP candidate, but secondary options, if you will, when it's normally like the stars types of slates. NBA ready, trying to come up with some of the money. There we go. Okay, Goody, how you doing? Harden out actually helped me because I switched and got to Capella and Kawhi. Man, I might be the biggest Clint Capella fan in the league when he's ever priced below $8,000. 7,300, give me that all day. That 50-point upside is always there. You locking Bam down up that way if Jimbo sits. Shirt fade combo deadly right now. Oh, it's deadly. Oh, this is deadly. Oh, you want a close up? Oh, we deadly. The tan too because it's getting nice out. Oh, whoo. Thanks for noticing, Griffin. Yeah, Bam's going to be a really nice priority, if you will. We have to see what happens with Goran Dragic still, Jimmy Butler, right? Bam will start to become a priority. It's just positionality at that point, right? Like, we're on a slate right now with, there's a ton of centers. Like, Dwight Howard, I want. I like Enes Kanter a lot. I like Avicha Zubac a lot. I think Montrezl Harrell looks good. I think James Wiseman looks good. So, is Bam going to be a lock? No. Will he become much more of a priority? Yeah. So, this is kind of how the slate is lining up right now. And I'll get the whole lineup on the screen. We'll pull up this one, actually. Makes it a little bit easier for everybody. So, this is how it's slowly starting to line up right now. This one has Kawhi and Paul George. Probably not something I'd be doing, to be honest with you, but I'm not going to set a rule against it, so we can scroll over. Terrence Mann is going to look pretty appealing now because Lou Williams got traded, if you're not familiar. How far up the dozen does Dwight make it? He's the number 2 overall play. So the update on the Dollarooski dozen, if you will: Trevor Ariza, Dwight Howard, Terrence Mann, Tyrese Halliburton, because that boy just balls the fuck out, that rookie, Jordan Poole, Enes Kanter, Avicha Zubac, Montrezl Harrell. Number 9 would be Anthony Simons, but he's still a no for me right now. Just 16.5 fantasy point projection. So number 9, Derrick Jones Jr., Paul George, Kelly Oubre, James Wiseman, and then the Baker's dozen, if you will, number 13, Alec Burks. With all the news coming in on this slate, I'm getting a lot of guys in a player pool right now. I'm getting 42, which is not crazy, and I currently have 16 yeses. Those yeses are going to have to change, though. I'll be updating those probably slightly after the program here, if you will. I won $100 on Prize Picks last night with those picks, Sal. Thanks, Sal. Derek, let's go. My girlfriend won. My girlfriend played Prize Picks. She overheard me on the live stream yesterday, and she was like, I want in on that, because I was like, yeah, this looks like the best option to potentially win yourself double your money, triple your money, right? Depending on how much risk you want to take on Prize Picks. My girlfriend was like, I want in on whatever you just said. So I was like, yeah, sure. So we took the over on Harden. He gets ruled out. So we ended up taking the over on Tim Hardaway Jr. is like 21, 22. He scores 30 plus money. Trae Young, 42. He ends up scoring 46 plus money. And then she won. She turned $20 into $60. So she's coming back in today. My girlfriend's coming back in today as well. So these are the types of lineups you're getting right now. Getting some Golden State guys, Kawhi and Beal. This is an interesting build, right? That range of Kawhi and Beal. So it's very easy to go balance, especially since we now have some secure value in an Ariza if he starts, right? In a Terrence Mann if he starts, right? Ariza on Miami, because Miami is just down bodies at this point. They lost a lot of depth pieces. They obviously lost Kelly Olynyk. Ariza's minutes have been coming up as of late. If he does start, it's even better, right? If he starts at power forward, even better. If Jimmy Butler's out, even better, right? Some other lineup potentially. Harris or Simmons? I'll go Harris if I had to pick one. Let's get this money, baby. Woo, says Barry Rodriguez. My man says, let's get this money, Barry, baby. Woo. You love to see it. You love to see that enthusiasm. Can't beat that. You can't beat that. What's we got? What's up? Let's get it, fam. Evan Roth. What's up, Evan? You off work? You got the days off, right? You said you had a busy start to the week. We'd love to see it. Prize picks for tonight. So I got a lot of prize picks for tonight. I'm going to be honest with you. So if you want to use the code SAL, you can see it right there on the screen. People be murking in prize picks in the Discord. Man, our community on Patreon is bumping it right now to the prize picks. Oof, we're bumping it. But if you want to check it out, use the code SAL. It's linked in the description below. You get a free money bonus. You put 20 in, they'll match you up to $100. So whatever money you put in, you'll get that matched in credit, and you now have double your amount of bankroll. So man, oh man, there's a lot that I like here. It's kind of too much to like to rank it. So I currently have Enes Kanter at like over 35 points. So I have Enes Kanter right now for 37.6 points. His prize picks number is 31. So all day I'm taking the over on that. Kelly Olynyk now ruled out. So down low, it's going to be even easier if he's going up against a Trevor Ariza or Precious Achiuwa. So give me the over on that. There's a lot to like here. Butler, I like the under on Butler. I only have Butler around like 43 points, but I like Kanter much more there. Going down a little bit more. RJ Barrett, I lean the over. I've got him at like 34, 35 points. So he's at 31. Clearly, yes. So there's a lot of ones that look good. I think it's the trade deadline influencing this. I currently have right now Alec Burks at 31.2. He's at 28. So that's over 3 points. So I like that. Marcus Morris is at 26. I'm surprised by this. Sure, Lou Williams is out, but Marcus Morris, I have a 20 fantasy points today. So I like the under in a major way on Marcus Morris. So in terms of the things that I'm liking the most, Enes Kanter, Marcus Morris, the under on Jimmy Butler is definitely live by all accounts, right? I'm trying to prioritize, like, if you're trying to see like 3 or 4 that really stand out. I lean the overs on Barrett and Burks, prefer Barrett to Burks. Keldon Johnson, I'd lean the over. I have him at around 28 points or so. He's at 26. Not really something I have to place. Dennis Schroeder, I have at about 34 and change. He's at 32. So that looks good as well. But where's my man right here? Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard I have for 36.5 points, and he's at 29. So that is a clear as day. You heard it here first. Give me the over there. So that's 3 guys that I like. And then some of the other ones, Kelly Oubre, I lean the over. But those are like the 3 by far stand out the most. Enes Kanter and Dwight Howard, the overs on them stand out the most. After that, Marcus Morris, under 26. And then some of those other options that we mentioned. Again, you could use that code SAL if you'd like. If you'd like to get some free shmoney. What's a new dollar Ruski dozen? Yes, we just gave it away. I assume you heard up for it. Barry says, I signed up for Prize Picks. Way to go, Barry. Let's go, my man. Len or Wiseman or Howard, pick two. Wiseman and Howard. Wiseman and Howard. As of right now, Wiseman ranks out today. So both Wiseman and Howard are my yeses, and Len's not in there. As of right now, for me, Dwight Howard is my number 2 overall play. Wiseman is my number 13 overall play on the day. Disregard, I see Nurkic is not playing tonight. Yeah, Nurkic plays tomorrow. What if you didn't sign up through your promo code? For what? Didn't sign up through my promo code for the Caesar rewards on Superdraft or for Prize Picks? If it was for Superdraft and you want to try and take advantage of those Caesar rewards, you can't. They're doing it for just my group right now. That's part of the deal. Look, part of the deal right now, when I'm going through types of extensions with partners, right, being as transparent as possible, I got a partnership from Prize Picks in terms of like the affiliate commission for the business side of things. It was good, but I wanted to focus on what the actual user, my community, gets back. Getting a free money bonus up to $100 is fucking great. You put 15, you just got $50 back for literally doing nothing except just saying Sal, write the code. I go over to Superdraft and I say, okay, like this is a really good deal that PrizePicks is giving me. I usually like to have, 2 to 4 sponsors. I don't like to have them combating with each other, right? That's why we're dealing with PrizePicks now, and much less of monkey knife fight in terms of the offerings from a fantasy point over under. So transparent as possible. You get Superdraft to come in and I'm like, hey, can you guys compete with this offer, right? Because I'm going to give PrizePicks more airtime because they're doing more for my community. They're giving a free money bonus up to $100. So Superdraft says, yeah, we'll give a match up to 25, and people are in your community right now. Well, literally once a month, any big event. So the Masters in April, May, we'll pick an event around then if there's another major, whatever comes up. Obviously, the football season comes up, and we'll pick an event, and we'll give away a bunch of like trips and Caesar Reward stuff and all these types of things. So I was like, yeah, that sounds like a really good time for each month. 1 to 5 to 10 people in my community can go on a trip just because they're playing on Superdraft or something. Yeah, sounds fucking good to me, right? Derek White tonight, not for me. Top 3 prize picks. Dwight Howard, Enes Kanter, and the under on Marcus Morris. The over on those other 2. Who's your favorite Superdraft plays? Favorite Superdraft plays, my highest projected guys. Well, outside of like your obvious, like Russell Westbrooks and those types of guys who will project out nicely, my favorite Superdraft plays are Dwight Howard, De'Aaron Fox, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Alec Burks. Tyrese Halliburton is also very much so up there. So is Kyle Kuzma at a 1.45x multiplier. Yo, Sal, join the Patreon. Was worried about the tools, but they are very easy to use. Thanks, bro. Keep it going. Let's go. So I don't know if you watched some of the videos, my man Demetrius. Shout out Demetrius right now in the chat. He joined. He was worried that maybe it's going to be a little too complex. Easy to use. That's my whole goal. Everything that I do from a color coding standpoint on the projections, everything that I do from the videos on there, maybe you watch some of them about how the projections work, how the optimizer works. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Take away any fears of barriers of entry from a just not understanding standpoint, right? How you doing, fellas? Yabber dabber do. Yabber dabber says Chase Pitt. Yabber dabber do, make her bed, rock, money on fire, oof, red hot. Bada bing, bada bang, so we'll ride when I step in the ring. I'm a hustler, baby, and that you knew. But tonight's just me and you. Shout out Pitbull. How about that? I mean, Pitbull gets his up and downs. I don't really like a lot that Pitbull does, but there's some fucking bars that he has like right there that, ooh, that comes on, and I'm in this outfit with this haircut. I don't care if I'm on a live stream. I don't care if I'm at my grandma's house eating dinner. I'm getting up. It's gonna make my shoulders starting to move. I ain't even trying. They're just moving on their own. Somebody said I got a bowl cut. Boy, hold up. I'm gonna come out here. I'm gonna grab you. I'm gonna grab your ass. Who would think that this is a bowl cut? My man went to school for this. My man went to school to learn how to do. Oof. It don't matter which side you look at. It's over. I'm so sad. I'm going to be moving away in like 6-7 months. I'm going to have to find a new barber in Austin. That's a scary process. I feel vulnerable. When I don't know like a secure barber I can go to every 10 days to 2 weeks, man, I start to get sad. I don't know where I'm going. With Trenton Hood going to Toronto, is Simmons okay at 3K? I got him for 16.6 points. Does he grade out well at that cheap of a price point? Yeah. Does he grade out for high projection? No. So he's currently a no for me. I understand why you want to play him. If you want to play him, we'll pull up Portland's minutes right now. So you can see I currently have Simmons at 20 minutes. I don't know, like McCollum's still back. Sure, Simmons will get some of that Rodney Hood run, which was never valuable. Simmons with McCollum out there and Lillard and Cantor's not really valuable, in my opinion. Faded. I bet that cut takes 2 hours. No, I mean, he's quick. I'm usually in and out in like 40 minutes. A lot of guys will pamper you and stuff like that. I get the pampered on the eyebrows. He has like this massage thing that goes on my shoulders and like on my back of my neck and on like my cheeks, We get the straight razor, but I'm in and out of the chair in like 40, 45 minutes. I've been to places where it takes like an hour and 10 minutes, and I just start getting bored, to be honest. So fresh, my dude. Yeah. Somebody said smart lady. Yeah, she banked a little bit last night. I called that Ariza player earlier in the Discord right after I seen that trade for Olynyk, says Jay Brown. Yeah, he's looking a little bit better now, Ariza. He's looking a little bit better for the value. Edward says, Sal, my man, super draft picks today. Yeah, Halliburton, De'Aaron Fox, Dwight Howard, Alec Burks looks good now, right? Kyle Kuzma, a high multiplier. Sorry, joined late. Any priorities with people being out tonight? Yeah, a lot has changed. We can pull up right now. A lot has changed. I mean, I posted a bunch of stuff that changed in the Discord earlier. I could pull it up right here. So this is the news that we updated on Patreon already today. Let me find it. So this is some of the news that we updated on Patreon. That is a lot smaller than I thought. So, I mean, Reggie Bullock is out. So this is basically the news so far that you have to worry about. Reggie Bullock is out. Bjelica got traded. Gary Trenton Hood got traded. Tony Bradley gets traded, so Dwight Howard looks even better. Seth Curry, currently I'm projecting in. Little and Simmons are now in. Rudy Gay is in, and Lonnie Walker is not. So this is the news right here, right? Kelly Olynyk gets traded, so now guys like Trevor Ariza or Precious Achiuwa, they look a little bit better. Lou Williams gets traded, so now Terrence Mann looks better. Reggie Jackson starts to become at least in play. Yeah, so those are some options for you. This is the Discord. Get up in there. Get up in the Discord. Join the community. Come on. We're having a good time. A lot of people have been signing up the last 2 or 3 days. They want to be part of this community. Not only to win the dollar Ruskies, but why not be part of a community that's like-minded, community-centric, chilling out, relaxing, maxing all cool. When you can't be chilling out, relaxing, maxing all cool with your friends, might as well be dishing it up, chopping it up in the Discord. Sal, thanks for the Cantor and Capella tips this week. Keep it coming, says Stan. Hashtag analysis. Hashtag analysis. Put that on a t-shirt. Yo, I kind of like that. Just hashtag analysis on a black t-shirt and white letters. I kind of like that. Ready. Hey Siri. Set an alarm for 6:15 to remind me to make a hashtag analysis t-shirt. We'll see if I do it.
I set your make a hashtag analysis t-shirt alarm for 6:15 p.m.
We're locked. We're loaded. I'm going to put my texting number. I just got a texting service so I can text all of you without you having my actual number and coming and fucking murking me. I can't be dead. I'm too young. I'm too young to die, Eminem said. Yeah, so I'll put a text me on my t-shirt. You guys can start texting me. You get a texting service now. Out with the old email marketing, in with the new, texting casually. Not trying to sell people shit all the time. Ariza or Batum? Well, I'll take Ariza instead of, but I'm trying to make a joke there, but Batum doesn't work with Babum. Sounds a little bit weird. Babum, bum. Jordan Poole or Halliburton today? If I had to pick one of them, I'd take Halliburton. I mean, earlier today, I think it was Jordan Poole one spot over Halliburton in the Dollar Ruski Dozen. It hasn't changed much. Like Halliburton and Jordan Poole are basically the very similar plays. But with Bjelica out, more rotation going around there, I'll take Halliburton. Nothing changed from Golden State, really. They lost a guy who literally didn't play, I think, a minute this season. So, yeah, I'll take Halliburton. Lineups, Dollar Ruskies. What's going on? Yeah, so, I mean, these are some of the lineups as of right now, but there's still a lot of news happening, I guess you can say. I think I have, let's see what I have in this build. You can check it out if you want to check it out. The Big Energy Optimizer, it's linked down below. I can pop it up right now on Patreon. So that is the link to it if you want to check it out. Follow along, build some lineups, play around in there. Randomness. Let's see. So I had randomness on this build at 31%. Let's see if we go to 24% randomness and 2 uniques instead of 3. And let's build out another 150 and see what happens with some of those lineups. I'll be interested to see as those build. Kuzma or Oubre today? Give me Oubre. Derrick Jones Jr., what's your points projection on him? I never like any of the Derrick Jones Jr. He's in a player pool for me, but not a yes. But he does look good, right, with all this news happening with Rodney Hood now out of there, Gary Trent now out of there. I got Derrick Jones Jr. for 21.4 minutes, and I would suspect 30-plus minutes of play for him. Alrighty, so let's look at this new build now. So this is now with 2 uniques and a little bit less randomness. Let's see what we start to get. So this lineup looks pretty damn good. I assume it's going to be highly owned, though. Although Randall, I don't know how owned Randall will be today. Is CJ in play? He's missed a lot of shots last game. Yeah, he shot only like 26%. McCollum's definitely in play. All right, Sal, I got 30 on prize picks on Howard, Barrett, Cantor, over on Marcus Morris, and under on the Butler, $300, and Marcus Morris under Cantley. There we go. Nice, Chase. My dude Sal, just jumping in, listen to your top 12 earlier. Outside grilling with some of the street tacos right now. I want you to hit up with some of the top prize picks today. Yeah, man. Top prize picks. I like the over on Dwight Howard, the over on Cantor, and the under on Marcus Morris today. There's some other ones out there that we discussed earlier, but yeah, based on the projection, that's what I like. Is CJ in play? Yes. Sal looks fresh with the edge up. Yeah, for sure, my man. Looks great. $5 super chat from Aiden. He says, what two mid-tier centers do you like the most? Zubac, Howard, Wiseman, Whiteside. Can I include Cantor in that? I mean, the answer out of those four that you just gave me will be Howard and Zubac. But if I can include Cantor, I'll go Cantor and Howard. Is there any way to reserve entries on Superdraft? You should holla at them. If not, direction. If so. Reserve entries on Superdraft? I believe so. I mean, I usually like just put in dummy lineups in the morning. So I guess I don't actually reserve them. So that's a good question. Like I'll just enter one lineup and then enter that like a bunch of times. And then I'll use the CXV to take it out. But I should holler at them if not. I mean, I guess you can reserve them with a dummy lineup. But I guess not. I'll holler at them though. But yeah, hopefully that helps Aiden with the question. What's up, Sal? Gotta love the trade deadline. Yeah, lots happening. How many minutes is Burks getting? Yeah, so we don't have Reggie Bullock, so I have Burks getting 30-plus minutes today. I have Alec Burks looking like now a top 12 play on the day for me personally. So I like Alec Burks. So this is the types of lineups you're getting, right? You're getting Halliburton, who continues to be underpriced and going to get minutes, even more now. Maybe with Bielitsa out just in that rotation. Terrence Mann, no Lou Williams. He's traded, so long-time Clipper for not long time, right? Last couple of years. He's now gone. He didn't fit on that team last year. He didn't fit on that team this year. So Lou Williams gone. Terrence Mann, going to see a lot of a bump here. And you just have strong options, right? Like the Aaron Fox shouldn't be that highly owned. Trevor Ariza will be highly owned, and so will Dwight Howard, but that's fine if we can counterbalance that, right? The idea that you can still get Julius Randle as a power forward is just crazy. It's crazy to get this many centers in your lineup. So sure, Julius Randle might not grade as the best play today, but he's my second overall projected play in the slate, only a point behind Russell Russell Westbrook. So yeah, like Julius Randle won't be anywhere near as highly owned as he should be today. So this lineup right here is, I mean, when you're talking about De'Aaron Fox and Julius Randle as your pay-up options, and then you're kind of playing some of the chalk when it comes to some of these other spots, I don't think Cantor will be that highly owned. I think that, I mean, this is a strong lineup. I mean, news will probably change it, but I like what the big energy optimizer is spinning out to start the day off. Scroll through to some other options here. This one's giving you McCollum, who I like. Barnes, who is always just like he's going to score 32, and hopefully one day he hits an extra 3 or 2 and scores 38, right? How does Halliburton grade out tonight? He grades out great. Halliburton on Superdraft grades out great as a borderline top 5 play. And on DraftKings, he grades out as my number 4 overall play for 35.1 minutes. I'm giving Halliburton 35 minutes now, my latest projection update on him. So, yeah, he's looking good. He's looking real good. Howard or Zubac? Howard. You checked out the Superdraft Sportsbook app. I did not even know that Superdraft had a Sportsbook app. You mean Caesar Rewards, their partnership with them? Superdraft Sportsbook app. I'm not sure I know what that is. Let me see. Let me check it out right now. And then the Superdraft Sportsbook. Here we go. Superdraft Sportsbook for cash prizes. This is interesting. Did this just launch? Last time I talked to Ricky, this was not yet out. And I talked to him literally very recently. Did this just launch, or am I late to the party on this? Interesting. Do they have a sports gaming license, or are they affiliating the links out? I'll look into it. I had no idea that was a thing. Favorite center play today, Dwight Howard. Any trade today that will open up plays in the slate? Yeah, a lot. I mean, there's just a lot. I don't have a specific one to point to. There's most of them. Even small ones like Lou Williams getting traded. Bielitsa getting traded opens up minutes, small minutes here and there. Obviously, the ones that are happening right now, from a standpoint that's going to now make a man like Trevor Ariza, who hasn't played in so many years because he didn't want to play in certain teams. Now, for some reason, now he wants to go ahead and play in Miami. He'll open up with Kelly Olynyk now out, right? So there's a lot. There's just a lot that gets affected. Tony Bradley being out affects Dwight Howard, right? Lou Williams, like I said, affects Terrence Mann. A lot's now going to be affected. Derrick Jones Jr. with guys being traded affects him, right? Rodney Hood and Gary Trent. Lots of guys. What do you think about Robinson versus Washington today? I'm not really there. Mitchell Robinson, yeah, I'm not. I know he had the big game last time out, the 3 blocks, goes off, but I'm not really there too much. Nerlens well now active again and healthy, so doesn't open up anything there. That's that Boozy fade. Yeah. That's Slick Rick. That Boozy. You the man. CJ still a good play, low ownership. Yeah, you'll get low ownership on CJ McCollum today. Actually, it'll depend. If the ownership is 15 plus on CJ McCollum, I'm not interested. And I think right now that's probably where it comes around. So he moved from a yes to a maybe because of that. Sal, you look like a super trooper stunt double. We like it. Sal, how do you like at the point guard today? Asks Cameron. So point guard position today, I mean, what's not to like, right? I mean, Tyrese Halliburton, Jordan Poole, to name a few. If you want to go punt at Anthony Simons, you can. I probably won't. Terrence Mann, Tyrese Halliburton, and Jordan Poole. I'd be surprised if at least one of them wasn't in a winning lineup today. Alec Burks will also come into play as well. You want to punt on guys like Reggie Jackson? It's not a terrible idea. Boss Dog, what's going on today? What's going on, Evan? How you doing, boss man? Finding a new barber is the worst. Been looking for 2 years. I've lived in Houston and just not hitting right. Damn, I hope it's not the same in Austin. I mean, I just want to find a nice Dominican barbershop, nice Puerto Rican barbershop, something. I just can't have my my white brethren cutting my hair. I never had a good haircut there. Actually, that's a lie. I've had a really good Italian barber. That's a lie. But man, Dominican people and Puerto Rican peeps, yeah, they know how to chop up a haircut, my man. I don't know what they're doing in their free times and their hobbies growing up in the Dominican Republic, but one of those is definitely cutting hairs. So it appears, because they're fucking good at that. They're great. Talking about haircuts again all the time. I mean, that's hashtag the brand. As French Montana said, Dwight Howard is the post dog. Oof. Was that on a song with somebody else? Because if it wasn't, probably wasn't a good French Montana song. What's we got? When I first heard the Kelly O news in the Discord, I thought Oubre was gone, and I missed it. My sparkle pouch itches, Dr. Sal. I don't know what that means. Thoughts on Kendrick Nunn? I'm currently projecting in Goran Dragic now, so we'll have to see. I don't like him right now. Sal, my man, a little late, but just wanted to say thank you as always. Hey, Braden, thanks for being here, my man. Thanks for getting in. No problems. How do you feel about Harrison Barnes? I keep finding myself landing on him. Harrison Barnes is the same answer as Buddy Hield when they're at their right price points, is the same answer as McCall Bridges. Like when he's on other slates from Phoenix, they're just dudes. They're going to play their 33 to 35 minutes. They're going to average their 0.85 fantasy points per minute. And you have to hope that night, very similar to Klay Thompson, you have to hope that night they make their extra 1 to 2 threes to get you to 40 points and not get you to 32 or 33 points. Otherwise, they're just dudes. So my analysis on them is they're in player pools for me. Randomness gets them in some of my lineups. Never priorities unless they get too cheap or other guys on the team are injured. What is the unique options on the optimizer? Yeah, I usually use 2 to 3 uniques. What is it specifically? Basically, it's just how many guys in your lineup have to be unique, right? So unique means different that didn't appear in another lineup together. So if you have to roster 8 guys, right, in the NBA. So if you have in that lineup, let's just say 6 guys that have appeared in another lineup together, that 7th guy will have to not appear, and that 8th guy. You have to have at least 2 unique players that haven't appeared in a lineup together with the other 6 in the lineup, which might sound like, how's that possible? It's very possible, because those 2 unique players don't have to be the same players, right? It's just 2 guys that have to be different. You use 1 unique, it'll be 1. So the more uniques you use, the more unique your lineup, right? So if you're using 6 uniques, it's going to be tough to start to get some lineups to build out for you, right? So 2 to 3 is usually good. And the NFL, when you're doing stacks, if you're doing like a full game stack with 3 or 4 people, you want that stack to be 3 or 4 people, right? A quarterback, 2 pass catchers, and a run back option, or 2 run back options, something like that. So that's going to give you the opportunity to use 4 uniques, right? And things like that. But right now we're sticking to 2 uniques. Looking good today, Sal. Thanks. Sal, who are your favorite prize picks? The over on Dwight Howard, the over on Enes Kanter, the under on Marcus Morris. There's a lot of other ones I like. I lean the under on Butler. I like the overs on Alec Burks. Not like die hard on these ones, but the over on Alec Burks and RJ Barrett look fine. Zubac or Howard? Howard. Nurkic is back, though. Yeah, he's back on Friday, not today. NC State or Colorado? If that's for like the NCAA tournament, I didn't even know NC State was in it. Or I knew Colorado was in it at one point, but no idea. Butler just got ruled out. Butler out and Dragic's out. Butler and Dragic's out. We're seeing all the news now. Kendrick Nunn. That's a Kendrick Nunn for me. Is Bam a lock now? Got the email today set up like Viget. There we go. Interesting. Guessing you like Hero and Bam now on Prize Picks? Yeah, go ahead and get these overs. I'm going to update the projections, but let's see. Bam at 41 points is definitely going up. So if you can get Bam at 41 points on Prize Picks. So here we go. This is the breaking news. Butler's out and Dragic is out. Those are massive news. So taking the over on Hero makes sense. 25, he's going to be projecting out for 30 or 30 plus for me. Bam is going to be projecting out for 44 to 46 plus for me. So go ahead and get those guys. Even guys like Achua at just 16 points are starting to look a lot better now. So take advantage of this by getting the overs. I'm going to update on my end. Don't even try and take the under on Jimmy Butler. They're just going to void your option. But you like Tobias Harris today? He's fine. But not really a priority with all the other options. But I like him more than Ben Simmons on that team. Prefer Dwight Howard on that team by far. So I'm going to update now on my end for some of this Miami news. And we can kind of talk through now that there's no Jimmy Butler and no Goran Dragic. Any other news come out? I see Draymond is questionable now. Mulder is questionable today. The Heat currently have 9 available bodies, Max Strus being one of them. Wow, this Heat team looks brutal today. I mean, Trevor Ariza and Andre Iguodala, talk about a blast from the past. These guys are going to be getting massive minutes today. Yeah, I mean, all of them. Trevor Ariza already looked like a slam dunk play. Now he does. Kendrick Nunn, now he does. Tyler Hero, now he does. Honestly, Bam looks good. Like, Bam still looks fine, but it's not going to be like, it's going to be a good upgrade for him. Like, he's going to go from a maybe to like more of a yes for me, but it's not as big of an upgrade as like these other guys on this Miami Heat team now. So the guards specifically, you're losing Goran Dragic's 30 minutes of run, right? You already have guys getting traded to different teams. Like Kelly Olynyk opens up, already had a ton of time being opened up for guys like Ariza and even Achuia off the bench. Even more now. Does the big energy optimizer give more exposure to yeses over X's or the same exposure? No, it's not set up like that. You can go in and you can change your player pool if you want to. You can check guys in or out. But my yeses and maybes are just based off projection, based on upside and all that type of stuff. If you limit your player pool just to that, you will not get the best results, right? You shouldn't be just trying to limit your player pool to the 40 guys that I currently have as good options, right? Because if you do that, it's going to build lineups out of just those 40 guys or just out of like 35 of those guys, right? You don't want that. You want to be taking into account, so like my no's aren't just 0%. My no's, and I have this listed in the description of all my Patreon posts. If I have a guy's a no, it means 5% or less, right? It means 5% or less. So I still get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% of those guys too. So I wouldn't limit it. In cash out, would you go Man and Kawhi or Zubac and RJ Barrett? If Man starts, I'd go Man and Kawhi. Jimmy Butler and Dragic are out. Yeah. Fellas. Let's forget about all those lineups with Joe Harris and late swapping Harden, bouncing back with the Dalaruski. Skylar made it to the party. What's going on, Skylar? Sal, do you like Nunn or Hero with Jimmy Butler and Dragic's out? The answer is both. Yeah. The answer is both. I expect both to start now. Batum or Bazemore? The answer is neither. Batum if you had to pick, but the answer is neither. Blowout risk in Portland-Miami game now? Potentially. I mean, they only have 9 bodies, so they're still going to have to play through the blowout outside of like maybe Bam. I know there's lots of value to easily pay up for Westy. Will you be having him in your single entries? Right now, I lean to go to Julius Randle a little bit more, but I'm going to have to see with all this value opening up. Zubac or Wiseman? Zubac. Dame, question mark? Yeah, Dame looks fine. Not really a guy that I expect to get to too much, but if you're looking for a pure points upside, fine. I would rank him behind Randle and Westbrook, though. Draymond downgraded to questionable. Fox, Halliburton, Barnes, too many Kings in cash? I'd say yes. None are Hero. I will let you know my exact answer on that once I finish uploading. I'm kind of running some Sims in the background, and when I'm live, this can sometimes delay the stream, if you will. But let's update it on my end right now. All right, so usually this delays the stream whenever we run these Sims live, but right now it doesn't seem to be. Unbelievable, somebody said. Prize picks already with the quick changes on projections for Hero and Bam. Hopefully you got in there quick enough. But let's talk about the projections live. We'll give you some of that access right now. I'm going to have Bam at a lot of points. If you got the over on 41, feel absolutely incredible about that. I currently have Bam projecting out for 48.6 points. He is now a clear yes for me on this slate tonight. And let's start going through the rest of them. Tyler Hero, I have for 33.9 points. Now a clear yes. This whole entire Miami team, their yes is on Superdraft now. Kendrick Nunn for me. Where's he at? 32.9, or 32.7. So Kendrick Nunn, a clear yes for me. So I currently prefer Kendrick Nunn over Tyler Hero, but they both look great. Going down even more, Trevor Ariza already was a fantastic option. He was at 24.1 points. I now have Trevor Ariza at 28 points flat. I have Trevor Ariza for a 9x value tonight. You lock in Trevor Ariza tonight. It's as simple as that. Duncan Robinson, sadly, doesn't move all that much, 27.6 points. He's in a player pool now. Actually, I'm not even going to put him in a player pool with all the other value today. Precious Achuia bumps up to 18.1. He's at a 6x value at $3,000 flat. Man, these are massive jumps for some of these guys. 14.7 for Andre Iguodala. Gabe Vincent, is he even active tonight, Gabe Vincent? I have him in a player pool right now. Whew, they don't have many bodies. Max Strus is going to have to go out there today. I have to add Max Strus to the freaking player pool. So hopefully you're enjoying this live reaction to all this stuff. And I'll be sure to get to all the questions, don't worry. But I just want to make sure that we get this updated so we can kind of talk about this. Because Max Strus he's not a thing today. He's projecting out for 15 flat fantasy points for me. So not a thing, but oh boy. Alrighty, so the optimizer is currently being updated. We can run some more lineups. The optimizer was just updated right now. So if you refresh your optimizer, you guys should be good. So the news now, and I will let you know the updated plays. If you want to check out Patreon, you get all these updates even after lock and things like that. My top So Ariza's my number 1 play. Kendrick Nunn's my number 2 play now. Hero's my number 4 play. Bam's my number 5 play. And Precious Achiuwa is my number 7 play. So I now have 5 Miami Heat in my top 7. Man, oh man. We're going to have a fun time today, huh? We are going to have a fun time today. Miami just got a little bit spicy. So he's now out. Bam is now going to average, so I can update these minutes here, somewhere around there. Kelly Olynyk clearly not on this team anymore. Goran Dragic is also out, so I mean, we now have to replace 60 minutes, was basically what I just did. So this is kind of what's happening now. Because there's not a lot of minutes left on this team to replace, right? Whew. Man, oh man. Man, oh man, are we giving the run right now? So let's go to Max Struss. My man, Max Struss. Alrighty. Let's update this now. Butler plus Dragic's out. Whew. Yeah, I mean, I've a $3,100 player is projecting out for 28 fantasy points for me. So, yeah, it sometimes comes down to it being as simple as you kind of just lock in. Let's rerun the optimizer now. We'll reload it so we can kind of see what these lineups are going to be looking like. Man, there's trade deadline is just loading up this value. Loading it up. Hero or none. If I had to pick one, I'd pick none, but both of them, right? Honestly. Top prize picks today. Hopefully you got in on some of the Miami stuff. Let's look at the Miami updated prize picks. I still like Dwight Howard's over. I still like Cantor's over. I still like the under on Marcus Morris. So Hero's at 32 fantasy point projection. I currently have Hero for 30. So if you didn't get in on the original, I have him at 33.9. I'm probably not touching it. Bam's at 46. I currently have Bam. I'd still take the over on Bam. I have him at 48.6. So, I mean, I'm still okay with the over on Bam. It's obviously high now, though. But, I mean, if you're looking for, like, your top pay-up option now in the slate, it's very easily Bam and Abayu at $8,000, and he's not even expensive. So, yeah, priorities are now Bam, and priorities are this Miami team. Hopefully. I mean, you can play. We're going to have to change the optimizer because I think I set my max to 4 on a 5-game slate, or max to 3. Oh, no, I had it at 6. Okay, cool. On a 5-game slate, I'm fine playing 4 guys from the same team, so that's what I'm doing right now in the optimizer. We'll set the randomness to 20. Let's just do 26% and let it build us out 50 lineups. Whew! Lots of news coming in. Not even. Hopefully more news didn't come in while I was saying all that because that would be a lot to unload on. Still no other news. Great. You love to see it. You love to see it. I just quickly did my deposit and Bam already just went up, says Kyle. Oh, no. Zubac or Howard? Howard. How many Heat tonight? 4? How many is too many? 4. I just set the optimizer to give me at most 4. But man, there's a lot. So 4 is what my limit is right now, and I expect we get a lot of Heat. So this is the top projected lineup right now, projecting out for 300 points. This lineup features 3 Miami Heat, so that's good. You're getting these 3 Miami Heat. You're getting a little bit different because look at this. Let's put it on the other screen. I locked in Oubre for my number 4 on prize picks. Okay, not a bad option. I like the over there. This lineup has Oubre in it. It also has Paul George. I like this lineup. You're getting a lower-owned Ben Simmons. All these guys are going to about to be chalky, but Oubre won't be chalky. Paul George won't be chalky. These guys are going to lower Halliburton's ownership. Dwight Howard will be. So this is a nice lineup. This is a very strong lineup. Talon Horton-Tucker or Marcus Morris? Give me Horton-Tucker. Hero or Halliburton today? I will now take Hero. Is there enough value to get up with 3 studs? I mean, yeah, if you want to. Yeah. Bam or Cantor today? Give me Bam. Prize picks McCollum on the over. I'm not touching the over on McCollum today. Which Morris brother is better for a GPP? Markieff versus Marcus. I'll take Markieff if you had to pick one. Markieff. Now that Draymond is questionable, somebody said, took Oubre on the over. Yeah, so that's another thing to look at. Draymond being questionable. If you want to try and time the market, I already like the over on Oubre, and maybe Draymond is out. You can time the market and get the upside there. Hero or Halliburton? Hero. What's up, Sal? New top 12. Yeah, so let's talk about the new top 12. What's going on, my man? How you doing, Takis? So Trevor Ariza, number 1. So new top 12 right now. Ariza, Kendrick Nunn, Dwight Howard, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, Terrence Mann, Precious Achiuwa, Tyrese Halliburton, Jordan Poole, Enes Kanter, Avicii Zubac, Montrezl Harrell. I'm going to be updating my entire player pool once we hop off the stream. Wild stream. So be sure, if you're not on Prize Picks, be sure to get up in there and take advantage. Hero or none? If I had to pick one, it'd be Hero, but the answer might be both. Damn, Prize Picks was on that Butler news. They were, but not quick enough. If you had a couple moments. Wiseman seems way too cheap. There's so many cheap options now. Like this whole entire slate looks cheap. Let's look at some other lineups that are popping up in the big energy optimizer. Hey. If you're watching right now live, we got how many people? We got 360 plus people? No way. We haven't had the shows must be doing good lately. People are enjoying the content because we haven't really had shows lately been getting, normally we're in like the 250 range. I usually don't look a lot, but sometimes I just catch it. We got 350, 360 people. Hey, welcome in. If you're a part of this community right now, how you doing? Hey, if you're not, take 2 seconds of your time. Double check right now. Maybe you're on a different device. You don't know. Hit that subscribe button. It's a big one. We're live every day, like 2.5 hours before lock. So when the locks are at 7, we go live around 5 each night, right? So be sure to hit that like button, the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate that. And also, if you want to check out Patreon, you can join the community. We have a nice Discord. We have this lineup optimizer right here. We got a lot of stuff going on at industry low prices for the value that you get. Batum, my current projection on Batum is 19.5. He's my number 20 play in the day. I don't expect to get to much Batum, though, with everything else. Juan Toscano-Anderson. Juan will be in my lineups if and only if he starts and Draymond is out. Will I see any Juan tonight? You like Alex Len tonight? Biden tripped on them steps. I don't know what Biden tripped on the steps means. But Alex Len, I'm not really going to be getting there now. I'm going to be updating my player pools, and Alex Len was a maybe. He's probably going to be a no now with just all this other value that's out there. If Draymond is out, who gets the biggest bump? Whoever, you're going to start to see Wiseman get more of a bump, but really whoever starts in his place, whether it's Toscano-Anderson, Eric Paschall, or Kent Bazemore. Also, other guys on that team specifically will start to see bumps. Let's pull up Add More Funds right now. You can check it out. It's linked down below in the description. Free tool. But we're not going to have a big sample because we're going to have to. I typed in Draymond and then Draymond and then Steph for this team. But we can take Steph off the court and let's just see what happens with Draymond off. You're not going to get a big sample because these guys have been playing like every minute this year together. But we can start to see what the point per minute looks like. Obviously, Oubre is going to be looking good. So you got a decent size sample here. So you get Kelly Oubre, 0.95 fantasy points per minute. That'll probably be closer to a minute, right? But this is the stuff that you get, right? You start to see the guys up top play the most minutes. So Eric Paschall, who's a good producer, 0.95 fantasy points per minute with Steph Curry and Oubre, Steph Curry and Draymond off the court in a big sample of 429 minutes. So if Eric Paschall was to start, you see Kent Bazemore average 0.95, Toscano-Anderson 0.76. I'd be interested in Bazemore or Paschall if one of them started. If it was Toscano-Anderson with all the other value today, I think that's a little bit more fringy of value, so I wouldn't be too interested in that. We can see another lineup option here. This one does get to Julius Randle, who I'm getting more in increasing usage or more increased interest in today. Does this news pull down your rankings? Yeah, Jordan Poole does push down my rankings from like the number 5 overall play to the number 9 overall play. Basically, the entire Miami starting unit just jumped above him right now. Prize picks. Do you like McCollum on the over? No, I do not. I think the over last time I checked was 35, and that was like a half hour ago. I have McCollum for 36.8, so I'm not really interested. Somebody said, you are fun to listen to, somebody said. Appreciate that. Thanks. Any love for Zubac over 30 on the prize pickers? No, it's too close. There's other better. There's other better. Other better. Put that one on a t-shirt too. You another better? Another better? Yeah, so not going to be going to a lot of Zubac on prize picks today. Basically because I have him at 31.7. There's just better options. Like there's a lot of options where the projection is like, Dwight Howard is a 7-point difference in my projections than prize picks. Enes Kanter's a 6.5-point difference. Marcus Morris is a 6-point difference. I'm just going to be taking those wagers, right? And those options over a 1-point difference or 2-point difference at some guys. Almost won big last night, says Camo Man. What's going on, Camo Man? How you doing? What's up, Sal Newbie here? What's going on, Paul? Happy to have you in here. Paul, you a fellow Italiano? Fellow Paisone? Hey? Fellow Guinea in the chat? What's we got going on? Somebody says you just blamed the baby. I don't know what we're talking about. Let's grow the community. Definitely. Pay up for Bam or Howard. So if I had to pick between Bam and Howard today, I would take Bam. Howard ranks out as my 3rd overall play. Bam my 5th, but there's an obvious points difference there from like a security standpoint. The answer might be both though. Like 2 centers is definitely the move today. Did Bazemore get traded? Is that I don't think so. Actually, Kent Bazemore might have gotten traded, which means I have to update another thing on these projections. Did he get traded? Let's see. If that's the case, Eric Paschall, if Draymond's out, is your option. I'm feeling big wins on prize picks tonight. There was so much value on prize picks because of the trade deadline today. If you play close attention whenever news drops, and the trade deadline being the biggest news day, yeah, there's going to be so much value. Kent Bazemore did not get traded, at least as of the reporting that I'm seeing on the Twitter sphere. Hey, Sal, got killed by Westbrook and Giannis by the last 2 days. Convinced that I should stay away from any pay-up options. The name of the game in the NBA this year is play the pay-up options, right? The name of the game is, you get Harden averaging 60-plus points when there's no Kevin Durant out there. You're getting 60 points a game or more average from Jokic this year. Giannis is averaging 60 points or more. So those guys should be $1,000 more expensive. But yeah, I get it. In the short term, it feels like it doesn't work. Would Max Struss of Miami be in play at minimum price and blowout proof? He is blowout proof. That is true. I'm not getting there right now. I have him at 15 fantasy points. He's not in a player pool for me. But look, if you want to take that risk and get to Max Struss, I'm not against it. I'm really not. They only have 9 bodies tonight, and 2 of those bodies are ageless wonders in Andre Iguodala and Trevor Ariza. So can Max Struss play? I mean, if he starts, that's even better. You got to give him 20-plus minutes. I only have him at 14 minutes tonight. He's a decent fantasy point per minute producer. Gets a matchup against Portland. Like you mentioned, he is blowout proof. So if they take Tyler Hero off the court or they take a Bam off the court, he gets that run in the fourth quarter. I'm not projecting the blowout, though. So if he starts, yeah, give him 20-plus minutes. But coming off the bench, I think you just see massive, massive minutes for Duncan Robinson, like usual. Kendrick Nunn and Tyler Hero today. Thoughts on Alex Len with no Mo Wagner? I wish I can like it. I wasn't giving Mo Wagner minutes anyways today, so literally nothing changes for me. Like, I didn't even project Mo Wagner. He hasn't been playing lately, probably because of the trade deadline. So I've got Alex Len still at 22 minutes. Like, you've already been seeing the Alex Len increase minutes these last couple of games without Mo Wagner. So nothing really changes as Alex Len's price point comes up a little bit. Lots of other value on the slate. I do think Alex Len is going to become a no for me. I'm going to update my overall player pool because this Miami stuff makes a lot of other value not even worth playing today. Somebody says, King Pookie, there's so much value. Is Kawhi and PG together a bad move? I don't think it's a bad. I think you can do it. I'll be doing it tonight in some lineups, but I'm not prioritizing that. So like in my main single entry lineup, I will not be playing Kawhi and PG. Can you play them together? Yes. No Lou Williams today. I have them both projecting out as good plays. I currently have, we can pull up the Clippers minutes. I gave them more minutes, more fantasy point per minute production. I mean, Lou Williams is a great fantasy point per minute producer. You replace him with Terrence Mann, who's fine, or Reggie Jackson, who's not so great. It's a lot better. Top 5 favorite plays. Sorry if I missed it. So favorite plays is a very loose word. I'll just say my top 5 rated plays, like taking into account all the data sides of things. But favorite plays, it comes down to, are you playing cash, GPPs, small field, large field, single entry, 3 max? What is your risk tolerance, right? How much total lineup ownership do you have if you play those guys, right? So it gets very construed. So like I don't put my stamp of approval on these 5 plays. But my top 5 projected plays are Trevor Ariza, or not projected, rated plays today. Takes into account a couple of things. Trevor Ariza, Kendrick Nunn, Dwight Howard, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo. Basically Miami plus Dwight Howard, right? Other guys that are up in that range, Terrence Mann, Tyrese Halliburton, Jordan Poole, Enes Kanter. Let's basically do this, right? We can give a quick little view. So this is the sheet that we use in the morning videos. If you're not already familiar, if you don't watch our content often on this channel, be sure to subscribe, notification bell. We put out videos in the morning for the NBA, give you a little bit of a primer. So we do our top 12 plays. This would now be my new top 12 if we were to do the top 12. So there right now. This would now be the new top 12 on the day. At standing right now at 5:50 p.m. East Coast time. This is the new top 12 with no other news of Draymond being in or out. This is with the Miami news of Butler and Dragic being out, right? So this would be that new top 12. You can see it on the screen. So that's an easy way to look at it. This is based on my overall ratings, taking into account projections, price, those types of things. So hopefully that view right there helped you. If you need me to put it back on the screen, I can. Rashawn Holmes, a solid play. Opportunity cost, my man. There's so many better center plays today than Rashawn Holmes. Is he a terrible play today? No. When you factor in all the other great plays, Dwight Howard, Bam Adebayo, Enes Kanter, Avicii Zubac, Montrezl Harrell even, James Wiseman even, like all of those guys today, I still would even rather get to some other guys before going to Rashawn Holmes. So it's just tough today because of the price point and the positionality. Everybody almost won big. Everybody almost did. My bad. It was Wanamaker that got traded. Yeah, and he wasn't even in the rotation lately, probably because they thought he was going to get traded. Utility today, Dwight Howard or Halliburton? Give me Dwight Howard there. Thoughts on Kanter now? Still looks good. I mean, still looks good. It's just the problem now is like you have Dwight Howard, you have Bam Adebayo. I mean, Kanter for me is my number 10 overall play. So Kanter's still a top 10 play today for me. Kanter will not be owned today like Bam will, like Dwight Howard will. So yeah, it looks great. Definitely considering him in my single entry. Halliburton or Buddy Hield? Halliburton, my man Peter. You like Westbrook tonight? Yes, Westbrook is becoming more of an interest to me now that we can just pay up for the most expensive guys. So Westbrook was already in a player pool. I'm going to adjust my overall yeses and maybes right after the stream in about 10 minutes, but he's definitely a strong option. So if you got in on the fun of the over, if you had enough time on the over Bam and things like that. If not, we can kind of just go over some of the other interesting plays that we had. Let me update Prize Picks, though, just to make sure these are all still the right props. How do you feel about Julius tonight? Same, like I currently think Julius Randle is the best pay-up option out of those 3 10K plus guys in Lillard, Randle, and Westbrook, just factoring in price and everything like that. But they're all now appealing with the news that we got. Top 3 pay-up options, how many studs? 2 to 3 studs now. There's so much value. Top 3 pay-up options. What should the breaking point be? We'll call pay-up options 8K and above on this slate, just a 5-game slate. Bam Adebayo. So let me actually sort this by salary. So of the guys that are 8K and above today, my top 3 pay-up options are Bam Adebayo, Kawhi Leonard, and Julius Randle in that order. But there's guys that are close. There's a lot of guys up there that are pretty close, like a Westbrook, like a Lillard. Luke Kennard minutes tonight, does he go up without Lou? He does go up without Lou, but the minutes are not great still. The minutes on Luke Kennard are still not great for me. I have Luke Kennard not grading out that swell. I have Luke Kennard for 14.1 fantasy points, not enough. None or hero. I'll pick none if I had to choose one. They're both top 5 plays. You forgot to update Bam's minutes. I don't think I did. Did I? Bam at 33 minutes. I mean, maybe he goes to 34, somewhere in there, 35 maybe, right? The fantasy point per minute production is the bigger thing for Bam. That like goes through the roof. So just to recap here, the top plays that I still think, and they're not really changing, which is good. The top plays that I think are on Superdraft tonight are the over on Enes Kanter 31. I've got him for 36 and change. Slam dunk. All the way at the bottom, is it still 29 or did it go up? The over on 29 and Dwight Howard is just great. Again, you can use that code SAL, S-A-L. It's linked down below. Come join in on the fun and the Dollaruskis. And then there's a lot of other options. Like if Draymond gets ruled out, go over and get yourself like some of these overs on Kelly Oubre. He already looks good. I have him over that number. I would lean to get the under on not Markieff, but Marcus Morris, which is at 26. Those are my top 3 plays. If you were lucky enough to get in on the over of Bam, congrats to you because that's awesome. The over of Bam Adebayo or the over on Hero. Hero was at 25 points. Now he's at 32. The over on Bam, 46. Now he's where he is. Maybe it's worth kind of taking these quote-unquote risks of guys being ruled out, like Draymond being downgraded to questionable. Maybe it's worth going ahead and getting the over on Kelly Oubre right now. I already have Kelly Oubre at like 32, 33 points. He's coming in at a 29-point projection. It's only going to get better if Bam's out. So something to keep in mind for sure. Is Udonis Haslem still with the Heat? I don't think so. Arizona or Ariza. I said Arizona. Or Jones in Portland. Ariza. Hi, Sal. How many minutes for Gabe Vincent tonight? Thanks. I think I gave Gabe Vincent like 6 or 4 minutes. The problem with Gabe Vincent and like even Max Strus to an extent. Let me just double check that Gabe Vincent is one of the 9 available bodies for Miami tonight. Gabe Vincent is currently one of the 9 available bodies. I gave Gabe Vincent single-digit minutes. I mean, if he starts, it's a different story. But the problem is you only have 48 minutes per position. And when Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero and Kendrick Nunn are going to play like 35 at maybe a minimum tonight, there's not much left on the bone, right? There's not much left on the bone for those starters. CJ McCollum tonight, just looks okay now. The ownership seems to be coming in on him. I'm sure that'll go down. No love for Wiseman. Oh, we like Wiseman a lot. He was a top 12 player of the day this morning. He was the cover boy of, I think, this video. The problem is news broke during this video, and there's 5 other better value plays. Is Wiseman still in play? Yeah, surely he is. Not on Superdraft as much. I don't even think he's an option on Prize Picks. Wiseman is now dropped to my number 17 play. This morning he was a top 12 play. Things changed because of the value. Hero or Burks? Hero. Is 4 Heat players too many for DK Cash? Currently have Bam, Hero, Nunn, and Ariza. Nope, I think that's fine in Cash. I think that's fine in general. 4 is my max today. Can you put the top 12 back on the screen? Yes. So this is the landscape that we use in the morning videos. This is the top 12 as of right now. As of right now, it's a top 12 rated guys. Poole or Halliburton today? Give me Halliburton. Who's your favorite play under 5K? Trevor Ariza at $3,100. Other than that, Kendrick Nunn at 46. Bam Adebayo or Randall, who would you rather have? By the way, big love from Turkey, man. Love your content. Hey, I appreciate that. Tuning in all the way from Turkey. I love the platform. You can reach globally. If I had to pick one there, I would choose Bam Adebayo. Watch the winning lineup have Westbrook in it. Yeah, Westbrook, all those pay-up options now look a lot more appealing. There's so much value that paying up just for points now makes sense, and he has the highest ceiling on the slate. Wiseman for center. Yeah, he's in play for me still. Could you put the Knicks minutes back up, please? Yes, I can put the Knicks minutes back up, and then we can slowly start to close out this stream. Knicks minutes are on the screen right now. Top-rated Superdraft plays tonight. Yeah, so with the news now in Miami, we can talk about some of the top-rated Superdraft plays. Dwight Howard, Bam Adebayo, De'Aaron Fox, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn, Alec Burks, Russell Westbrook, Halliburton. Those are my top 10 Superdraft plays. If you want to check out the full list of Superdraft projections, ranks, if you want to sign up for Superdraft and get an opportunity to get an immediate $25 bonus if you put in 25 or more on Superdraft, all the stuff is linked in the description below. You will get a big benefit. You will get that bonus. You'll get playing in contests that don't fill, which is amazing. But then also, I'm excited. I'm going to get the details on this partnership from Ricky soon over at Superdraft. But man, we're going to be able to start to send, it seems like, some travel rewards sent to some places, maybe some resorts. Just we're going to be able to start to send the experiences to some of the people that sign up through the code SAL and Superdraft, which is going to be a lot of fun. Is Mitch Rob a big W tonight? I don't have any interest. Derrick Rose is out. I am projecting Derrick Rose out. Yes. If he's officially out, perfect. You called the top 12, LOL. I think you meant Dalaruski doesn't. Yeah, for sure. Any love for Mitch Rob? No. Simmons popped up in the optimizer quite a bit. Thoughts on him? Anthony Simons is going to pop up. I'm not really interested. There's so much better value. He projects for 16.6 points. He's a no for me. I'd rather just fully fade. Haslam is the best. Haslam is still with the Heat. If he's still with the Heat today, why is he not? He's not projected as an available body today, so I don't understand that. He's not listed on their active roster for today. So is there like still a G League? Why would he even be in that? So, yeah, I mean, Udonis Haslam is not on the current active roster for today for the Miami Heat, so I don't know what that means. Oubre healed. Oubre. Vincent played like 15 minutes last few games, even with Butler. Okay. He's like a 0.6 something fantasy point per minute producer. He projects out, I think, for like 4 or 5 points for me. I'm going to be interested to see what the Heat starting lineup is. I might have fucked up on Vincent in terms of the projection I gave him, but let's see. Yeah, I probably did. Let me pull up Miami. I think I fat-fingered his 5 minutes, and it was supposed to be 15. It happens. So Gabe Vincent. Yeah, I'm going to have to add Gabe Vincent in. All right. Good catch. I'm like sweating. It's like 75 degrees in here. Can you see my sweat? It's crazy. It's like I'm in a sauna. Alrighty, so we'll put Gabe Vincent in. Did I already have Gabe Vincent in here? No, cool. So Gabe Vincent is now in. Gabe Vincent projects out for me for 15.4 points. So still not going to be that interesting to me. All right, I'm going to answer some of the final questions, and I'm going to bounce an hour and a half until lock. Going to go eat some food. If you have any specific questions, you can reach out to me in the Patreon Discord or just the community in there. Any other questions you want to be guaranteed answered on the stream, you could leave a super chat. Otherwise, we're going to bounce. Be sure to follow over on Twitter and Instagram as well. They're on the screen right now. None or hero. If I had to pick one, none, but I like both. Who do you like at a forward spot on Superdraft? Oh, many of options, my man. Is Bam still a forward option on Superdraft? Because that's just criminal if so. I don't remember these positionalities. So many fucking sites. But forward spots, Bam, if he is an option over there. Right, Randall, I think, is still an option over there. These are just great options over there. Paul George on Superdraft still looks fine. Kyle Kuzma still looks fine. Kyle Kuzma has a nice multipliers too. All right, we added Vincent. Barrett or Kuzma today? If I had to pick one on DraftKings, I would take RJ Barrett. Zubac or Cantor? If I had to pick one on DraftKings, I would take Cantor. Sal, if you were playing $100 single entry, which contest looks the best for you? $100 single entry, just the smallest prize. I mean, it depends what you're trying to do. I would take the smallest field size. So if it's like 100 or 200 people, I would just take that one. If you want to win more money and you want to play in the one that has 300, 400, 500 people, that's also fine. But the smaller size ones. If there's one that has like 2,000 people in it, I mean, me personally, I'll probably end up playing in those ones, but those are like my least favorite. Just because I want to get more action down, but I would not be prioritizing those ones. Haslam is out. Westbrook or Randall? If I had to pick one, I'd choose Randall, but both are looking really good today. Damian Lillard, yep, they're all in play, all these pay-up options. Alfred Payton or Shake Milton? I'm leaning towards Payton. The answer should be neither there, to be honest with you, but I'll take... if Seth Curry is returning, I'll take Payton. If not, give me Milton. Derek White today, not for me. What's your favorite Italian dish? Ooh, that's tough. There's a lot. Like, baked ziti is in my blood and in my body and running through my veins. So that's good. I love sausage and peppers. Penny olive vodka, if it's made right, is incredible. I can't pick one dish. Though I guess those are in like my top tier if we're not talking like desserts. Pasta fazool is good, but that's not more so a meal. But yeah, I mean, you just put some mozzarella ricotta into some baked ziti, bake that thing up. Obviously, like manigault and raviolis are also good. Everything is good. A lot of it's pasta-based, but eggplant parmesan, right? I'm not really a big, I like chicken parm. There's nothing wrong with it. I like it, but I don't like crave it like I do with some of that pasta stuff and like eggplant parm. All of it. If you told me I can only have one for the rest of my life, it'd probably be baked ziti. Probably be some baked ziti. Lasagna is great. So like lasagna and baked ziti are basically the same fucking thing. Just like the noodles are a little bit different, right? One's longer and like a fucking sandwich. The other ones are just little penny noodles or ziti noodles, if you will. Tobias Harrison play, yes. Is Luke Kennard worth it today with Lou being traded? No. It just makes Terrence Mann way better. And even Reggie Jackson. Luke Kennard is just buried. I don't know why they traded for that guy. Somebody said last one sounded good. There we go. Good luck today with Jimmy B out. I hope my four work out. Yeah. All right, best of luck, everybody. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Be sure to support the sponsor of the show, Prize Picks, if you want to check them out. We gave out some of the top Prize Picks plays. Dwight Howard's over and his Cantor's over, my two favorite. If you want another one, Marcus Morris under, and then we talked about some other throughout the show. You can like and subscribe before you go, and we'll be live 5 p.m., 4:30 p.m., depending on the slate throughout the week. We'll have another NBA video tomorrow morning for a bigger slate. The MMA video dropped at noon today. Be sure to check that out. It is a massive card. One fight's already, or two fights off the card, one main one, but it's a massive card, so be sure to check it out. It is already up on the channel. Appreciate you all a ton. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Other content for the week is just going to be NBA based, so hope you all enjoyed the stream. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Brush your hair. Speaking of hair, who said bowl cut?